These are the beads that I sprayed gold, and I had found this little necklace here. It's just on one strand, had a bat on it, and another one that had just a skeleton on it. I actually found those the other day at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. I bought those and sprayed them gold. Now I'm gonna make her bow. Mary Margaret's head, her skull, if you can see, you can't. I mean, I guess you could, but when I try, it just doesn't work. But if you drape the first ribbon or the base of your bow and headband around this way, it's just gonna slide right off, and you're gonna get pissed. I mean, trust me, I'm speaking from experience. That may have happened to me last year. Anyway, I find it easier. See, this kind of, if you can see, I'm trying to show you up underneath there. So yeah, it's right underneath her jaw. And I mean, it fits in there good. And she stayed outside pretty much the whole month of October last year. And the bow did not come off once I got it this way. Didn't come off. So yeah, I go up, under, and around, and then I tie a bow. I kind of like it to go off to the side a bit. I mean, she's fancy like that. And then I'll show you each step from here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but I have this, it's just a plain, no frill, black ribbon. Let's see if it says how wide it is. It's 2.5 inches wide. I mean, you can really use anything you want to use. I just happen to have this one at home. Remember, I spoke to y'all before on a different video how I was not buying any more Halloween. I was going to use what I had that included ribbon. So anyway, this is 2.5 inches wide. It's just a basic black. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you all exactly how to make a bow. I am going to walk through it, but I'll try to make another video. I actually need somebody to hold the camera from up above so I can kind of show the whole holding and twisting. But what I generally do is decide how big I want the first loop to be. And for her, I don't know, that's probably a good big one. That's probably good. You know what I mean? I think that's about where I want it. So pinch, so I'm going to hold that there. See, I made a loop and I'm holding it. And I'm going to swing the other side, it's going to drop on the floor, the other end of the ribbon up to meet where I'm holding it. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so I've created 2 loops, see? Whoop, and then whoop, almost like a big 8. Okay, so once you have your 2 initial loops, and you have this piece over here, see now the ribbon's backwards. Well, you don't want that. You don't want to make another loop because you'll have it on the dull side and it's backwards. So while you're holding it, you have to twist. See, I just twisted. You're going to come up, make another loop. Again, the loop is as big as you want it or as small as you want it. So once you've twisted it, you got to hold it with your fingers. See, hold the pinch of the twist. Loop it back around, twist and pinch again, and you've got to hold it and move your fingers. Now look, I didn't get good at this overnight. It took a while. So just get you some ribbon and sit and practice. So down again, back up, twist and pinch, and I'm going to do one more loop. Up, see, I'm holding it here. I'm going to twist it, put it in that finger and pinch. I'm squeezing them all. Your hand will almost get cramped. I mean, that's how you know you're doing it right. Your hand's like, oh God, I can't hold all these loops and twist and pinch. Okay, I'm switching hands now carefully. And also another thing, when I first started doing this, there'd be times when I was switching hands to like cut this part with the ribbon, with the scissors, and hey, what are y'all doing? Those are my 2 dogs, sorry. They weren't fighting, I don't know. It kind of freaked me out though. Anyway, there was times where I dropped the ribbon. I mean, it's just trial and error, practice, and practice. Sarah Bell and Harriet, sorry. Okay, so you have all of these big, massive, major, messy looking loops. put your hand right on top of the knot. See, there's a knot in Mary Margaret's head that I tied. There's a knot. Bring up. This really just takes a lot of practice because you're trying to hold everything and not lose it. Bring up both ends of the ribbon that you tied to her head, or skull in this case. And you've got to kind of work with it, hold it, and tie a knot. So there you go, tie a knot. We're not done. It looks like crap in the beginning, but so yeah, tie a knot. That's pretty. I just tie it once really tight. This ribbon's pretty flexible, so you don't have to do it. Sometimes if it's hard ribbon, I'll do a double knot, but I don't feel like you need to here. You don't. Okay, I'm going to do, because I don't know if y'all know this about me. I don't really wear black clothes. I don't do a lot of black because I don't feel like it looks that great on me. But the one thing I do love in black is black gingham. Now don't worry about this, we're gonna take care of it later. So she has all these floppy bows, and now we're gonna add, the second layer I wanna do is gingham. You can mix it all up any way you want to. Okay, so again, loop, see, one loop, bring it from the bottom, and loop it up, and you have that. Now, when you go to do the second loop, you have to twist and pinch. You're pinching it. See, I twisted it, so now the pretty side is showing again. Go up. Can you see back here? Okay, then you want to twist it, pinch, and do the downside. If you don't do the twisting and the pinching, well, if you don't do the twisting, you're going to have all the ugly sides of the ribbon showing. The pinching is just, if you don't pinch it, you're going to drop it. Up again, just another loop, twist and grab it with your finger. That's what I mean by pinching. Go back down, and you see, twist and grab it again with your finger. I think 3 is pretty good for this one also. So I've switched hands, and I'm cutting it. Switched hands, trimmed it. Again, stick it on there. This is where you gotta try to work it all, hold it all, and do it all with as carefully as possible without losing all your loops. Just tie it, okay, with those same 2 original pieces, the 2 black, the original one you tied onto her skull, and pull it pretty tight. So, and then you can kind of, once you're all done, you can kind of twist and flip and flop and all the little loopy-loops wherever you want them. So there's her first 2 loops. I think next we're going to do, here, should I scoot you back a tiny bit? Ooh, sorry for the shaky shake. Is that better? I don't know if that's better. Maybe it's not better. I don't know. Can you see? Like you're going to answer me. You can let me know in the comments. What was a crappy tutorial? Probably is. I'm sorry. Like I said, I need to figure out how to get my camera high enough and come down with it so you can actually view the process from above. I think that might be a little bit easier. So again, I'm going to add another layer to Mary Margaret's bow. Just going to pinch, first loop, second loop back up, super easy with the first set. Nothing fancy, but when you do the second loop, you have to twist it at the bottom, hold it with your finger. See, I've twisted it and I'm holding it with my finger there, and make another loop. Twist and hold. And I have to say, I think skinnier ribbon, little ribbon, just keep twisting and pinching, is harder. I wouldn't start, if you're new at this, if you've never made a bow before, don't start with skinny ribbon. The wider, I think the wider is actually easier. Now, oddly enough, it is. So just twist. Again, I'm going to do, oh, my finger got caught in there. Twist and pinch. Okay, so I'm going to do 3 on this because I'm really not sure how this is going to work out. Cut it. And let's, oh gee. Yeah, skinny ribbon's not the easiest to work with when it comes to this type of stuff. Trying to get those tails from the very first piece we tied on. And there we go. Okay, Mary Margaret, you gotta sit back. We're doing a video. Help me out. Okay, so those are just gonna kind of, these orange ones, I can tell already, are just gonna really flop around. They're already flopping around. And let's see. Yeah. She looks a hot mess in there, I know, right? But don't worry. She'll come around. Oh, she's going outside. Okay, I'm going back to the black. The one that we originally started with, the 2.5 inches wide. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell y'all how wide that other one was. Let's see. That isn't somewhere. Okay, so this is 7/8 of an inch wide. And the itty bitty orange, which is kind of a pain in the hiney to use, is 3/8 of an inch wide. I kind of prefer the 2.5 inch wide. So much easier. Now, so this one's going to be in the middle. I'm going to make a smaller loop. The center of the bow, when you're getting close to being finished, you want the loops to be smaller. You want the outside loops to be bigger, and you want to gradually make smaller loops. You can still have, 3, 4, 5. I like doing odd numbers. I'm weird that way. But yeah, longer, fluffier loops on the bottom. As you go in towards the center where you think you're going to want to stop, you want shorter loops. So I'm going to do a shorter loop for the middle. This is probably not the bow to start out with if you're a beginner. I need to do like beginning bows 101. When I was a kid, my mom would always make bows, and I used to think, wow, that's the hardest. Like, why doesn't she just buy the bows that come in the bag with the sticky on the back? I used to always think that. I mean, like, really? Because they're tacky, that's why. So she would make bows, and she always used pipe cleaners. I know that method too, but I was always so like, wow, that just looks so hard. But she always made such pretty bows, and that's where all this came from. And then you kind of just put your own spin on things. My mom taught me how to make a basic bow. Not basic, I mean like a fancy bow, but using the pipe cleaner method and all that. And then this kind of grew, I think, from all of that. She does it this way too. Okay, so Mary Margaret's getting foofier and foofier by the minute. Can you tell? I think, because again, it's Halloween. She's supposed to be, it's supposed to be fancy. Can you see I have this thing on this tripod. She's gonna go outside. We want her to be all dolled up. Super dolled up. So, she's gonna look really cute. I'm gonna make another quick black and white checkered. Are you still in the video? I can't see. I have the camera turned around. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna make one last gingham loops and put them on her. Might do a few more than I have been doing, just so it kind of makes a bigger statement. She's a fancy lady. We gotta give her some oomph, right? She's got gold beads on, and okay. I'm gonna dig out to the middle. Here we go. Find my little tails again that I use to tie everything together. You can do this same method on a package. I do it all the time on packages. I'm going to do solid bows, all with the same color ribbon. It doesn't matter. Okay, when I do what I consider to be the last fluff or loops of ribbons, whatever you want to call it, I always take the tails that I've been tying everything together, and I do it twice. I tie it, and I kind of make the center look real pretty, or as pretty as possible. Sometimes it's a hot mess, and you just got to do with what you got. So, okay, Mary Margaret, turn your head. You gotta try to cooperate a little bit more. See, the orange, I'm not loving it. I think a tiny bit in there, it looks fine. So we're gonna trim some of these, like this was the end of the ribbon. And then sometimes what I'll do is cut a loop, see? Cut a loop. And just kind of you know, make it fun and stick out a little bit more. So that was pretty crappy, Tika. I have to say, I think I probably failed cutting in kindergarten. They were probably like, no, you need to go home and practice. I'm sure my mom was like, I don't think so. I don't think I ever cut my hair. I probably would have cut my brother's. I think he cut his own. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I just know I can't cut a straight line, so obviously I had to have been like, you know, that kid in class who was like, nope, she can't cut worth a flip. I still can't. But I can make a bow. Anyway, Mary Margaret's bow. Look at her. She's pretty stinking cute. And she'll look even better when she's surrounded by pumpkins and some mums. And here, do we need to cut something else? Oh yeah, we need to fix this. What the heck? Can y'all even see that? It's like, it's a total mess. Let me scoot you back. Wait a minute. Ooh, that's scooching you in. Okay, here we go. Much better. Oh, I'm kicking ribbon. Anyway, look at this piece. Oh, what the heck? Let's cut that. Here we go. Let's see, does she need a piece over here cut? Yes, I think so. There we go. And one right there. Why not? Okay, her bow is all, I think she's all done. Oh, I do have one little thing I may do. But for right now, that's kind of bow making for Mary Margaret's, or skeletons. There you go. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching.